Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you've had a good week and that everything has been restful for you. I hope you're recovered and ready to go on for next week. Mine hasn't been too terribly bad, but I was having a little bit of a block when it came to what to do this week. I'm feeling kind of stuck, I'm feeling a little bit art blocky, and usually when that happens, it means I've been pushing myself in one particular direction for too long. I have this feeling that a lot of that is Resident Evil based. I do have a lot of good ideas for Resident Evil art, but I've kind of gotten tired, for the moment at least, of all the monotone, of all like the darkness in it. I just want to do something more vibrant and more colorful. And it kind of brought me in the weird direction that I headed this week. So, I'm not the biggest fan of Disney princesses, despite one of my previous videos. I think that they could use a little bit of work as to what, a princess should be. And I was considering what a Disney princess in modern day would look like. I don't think that they have any that are really more modern day because it's all fantasy, it's all fictional, and it's some faraway world. But it kind of came to me that maybe if they were doing something with a modern person, a good role model for a kid might actually be from a DC villain. Now, let me explain. Okay, I know this is going to sound really weird, and I don't know how my mind came up with this, but it did. So, the way I figure it, DC villains are all very specialized in whatever they do. For instance, Poison Ivy, she was a botanist. She was very educated. She's very, very smart, and she's an environmentalist. So I think that's where my mind first went. And it's like these are all very good attributes, teaching young girls that, you know, being involved in STEM or just educating yourself. It's okay to be an environmentalist, maybe not to the extent that she takes it later, but these are all good qualities for someone to look up to. And so I decided to kind of go in that direction. I figured, okay, Disney princesses are colorful, they're bright. I get to use my markers, and that's something that I kind of want to stop for a second and say. I've had it's almost therapeutic for me right now to color with my alcohol markers. It just kind of lets me zone out and just go and put a bunch of colors down that I normally wouldn't have the opportunity to do otherwise. And for someone that's focused on black and white for so long, it's a lot of fun. So that was definitely a plus for me. And because she is such a bright character herself, I was really drawn to the color of her hair. I was drawn to the idea that there would be flowers everywhere, and she would just be in this lab. She would be studying and playing with her plants, and she would be really happy. So that's kind of the feel I really wanted to go for here, and I actually think I captured it fairly well. There's plants everywhere. She's giving attention to her little Mario piranha plants that I had to throw in there. They were starting off as Venus flytraps, but the more I looked at them, the more I just kept channeling like Super Mario Maker and imagining them spitting fireballs at somebody. So I just had to color them that way, and that's what they've become. They've become the Mario plants, okay? So she's got that going on, and I figured in any building for anyone that's ever had a corporate job, they think it's a good idea to paint the walls this weird pop of color to try and make it feel like your soul is not being sucked out of your body. So I figured, okay, well, maybe I can just put some bright colors down. They're trying to lift the mood in the lab or something. So I did that as well, and I even put some color on the floor to mimic like those old hospital or school tiles that everybody's seen and hates because they're ugly as sin. So I just had a lot of fun putting color down and just creating this really cute version of Poison Ivy before whatever tragic event turns her into a Disney villainess, which I might actually have to draw. That would be kind of fun to do, like a Disney villain version of her as well. But I had a lot of fun, and I was really excited to try this because it's actually the very first page in my Illo Sketchbook. I bought that for myself in December and I hadn't ever used it. And you'll see in the video, when I start coloring in her skin, I pause for a second and I go over it again. I actually thought that I had a dry pen and that I had ruined this picture, but it was that it was just the fact that like the paper soaked it in so fast that it was streaky and I wasn't sure what to do. I'd never used the paper before, but I adjusted and I actually think it came out looking really good. And I'm looking forward to using more of it, even if I have to order more markers to keep going through this notebook. So I'm hoping to bring you some more stuff similar to this maybe in the upcoming weeks. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. I hope it was enough to uplift your day, get you ready for going into next week. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I'll definitely have more like this coming because it's too cute of an idea to let go. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next Sunday.